Hi class, this is Dr. Zukas here again with a brief announcement for day 2. Looks like everyone's doing really well getting going in the course. You've finished your course agreement forms and uploaded those, and you've started your discussion question 1. So if your last name starts with an A through a K, you were supposed to put up a first post to those discussion questions. And now today, if your last name starts with an L through a Z, now you're supposed to put up a reply to what someone already posted, all right? Now, if you were a little confused about that and you already put up a post, that's okay. Just go ahead, check back and see if anyone already responded to that. If not, go ahead, delete that, and then respond to someone else's as you were supposed to initially do, all right? If someone already did respond to your post, that's okay, leave it there, but then also do go ahead and respond to someone else's post so that everyone is getting a response when they're supposed to, and you'll get credit for that, okay? I put in the announcement below the grid that assigns that. It's also in your syllabus, but I put it in the announcement just in case you're confused on that. So now today you want to be sure to be continuing with the readings. Those will really help set you up, especially for this first speech of introduction. So not only look at the readings in the text that are assigned, but also definitely be going through those modules on the course website. There are a lot that prepare you for giving speeches in general that you need to get through for all of the speeches. And if you miss some of that important introductory content, then you might not understand why you're not doing so well on your speeches moving forward or on your discussion questions or quizzes, all right? So be sure to be going through those modules if they're relevant topically through to the chapters, to the topics in the chapters for each day. Along with that, look for contents, topics related for our assignments. So you'll notice there are also some modules for speech of introduction. So definitely look at those modules. There are templates and examples there for different work that you can do for that speech. Also, at the very bottom of the homepage, there's a section called Additional Helpful Content. All right, don't forget about that. Don't ignore that. There's some really good stuff in there and some important things in there. Just because it says additional, don't think that that means it's not important. All right, because there are some great examples of excellent and poor speeches there, as well as a lot of guidance for these speeches and other content in the course. That'll really help you not only with the speeches, but with your quizzes too, and your discussion posts. All right. So that should so kind of get you moving through here today as you're preparing for those readings. And you're preparing now for your first speech. Uh, as you're going through those readings as well, you'll notice that there are some modules called Howcast. Now, depending on the type of device that you're accessing Canvas through, the videos there may or may not play right within Canvas. It didn't work for me. So what you need to do then is click on the title of the module. And then that will open up the link in a new browser, and you'll be able to watch the video there. All right. There's already a lot of reading in this class, so definitely, rather than reading the transcripts of those videos in Canvas, if you can't see the video, click on that title. It'll pop up in a new browser, and you can watch the video from there. Okay. So let's get you rolling here for today. And now as you're preparing for your speech of introduction, you'll want to be working on your template, your outline. So that shows that you're prepared for your speech, you thought it out, you planned it out. And so you'll want to definitely follow that template, that outline on Canvas, and then be sure to upload that to the assignment module under the assignment tab, all right? After you finish your outline and template, now you can go and explore GoReact, the recording software that we're using in this summer session for our speeches. There's a link in the announcement below here, so go ahead, follow that link, and that'll take you to our course in GoReact. Then you'll need to create an account. Use your first and last name just like it is displayed in Canvas so that your team members can know who you are and they can access your videos. That's important so that they can give you peer reviews and also then they can review yours as well. in your teams, those learning teams that you've been assigned to. If you're not sure who's in your learning team, go to the People tab in Canvas, and you'll see a whole list of everyone in the class. And then there's a tab called Groups. And in that Groups tab, click on that, and you'll see the teams 1 through 5, and you can see which team you're assigned to. All right, and those will be important, again, for those peer reviews. You'll be in these groups for the whole summer session. All right. All right, so now you're in Go React. Explore that. Check out the different features. Try maybe a sample video and delete it to make sure you know how to pause and play and work that site a little bit on the recording end. Then you'll want to set up your room in advance of preparing your speech. So you want to think about where you want to sit in the room and where you're going to want your recording device. You'll want it set back far enough from you so that it can see your whole body, or at least 3/4 of it. So below your knees to above the top of your head. Now, my camera angle here, this wouldn't be large enough. This wouldn't be set back far enough because I'm sitting at a desk and you can only see from my chest up. So you wouldn't be able to see if I was moving around using some body language. You can see a lot. Sometimes my hands are moving in and out of the frame. So we want to be sure we can see that for your speeches. So be sure your device is set back far enough. Also check the angle. Set it back and then move to about where you'll be, and see if maybe the angle's too low, so we're looking up your nose, or maybe it's too high, so we're looking down on you, down on your head. All right, so make sure that you kind of have that angle set up and ready. You'll want to then set up your audience. You'll probably want 2 people seated on one side of the device and 2 people seated on the other side of the device. Eye contact is important when we're giving speeches, so you'll want to be kind of moving your head around to make eye contact with different people in the room at appropriate times to connect with them, to make that connection, that human connection. Also, look at the recording device every now and then, but just as if it was another person. Don't stare at the device the entire time you're giving the speech. Just think of it as just another person in the room. All right. So I think that kind of wraps up then setting up your speech. Once now everyone's in the room and you've got them seated, you'll want to turn on your device, scan the room so that you can show that you have 4 people there, and then go ahead, place that at the appropriate spot, move back to the front of the room, maybe take a breath to prepare yourself, and then begin your speech. And the best way is to take a deep breath and then smile. All right, you always want to smile when you're giving speeches, right? We're trying to appeal to people, so never forget that smile. And then begin your speech. Have a good time. This first speech especially is an introduction speech that's supposed to be about someone you know, someone personal and important in your life. So speak about them with pride. Maybe they're a mentor that's really helped you in your career, and maybe this will be a great speech to post online to, talking about how someone influenced your life on your professional website moving forward. Or maybe you'll want to send this video to someone. This type of speech is very common for us when we're giving awards, at banquets, celebrations. So this will be a great speech for you to have some practice on. Once you're finished giving your speech, I would say thank you everyone for your time, and then walk forward and turn off the device. All right. I'm excited to see that everyone's getting moving forward in the course. Many of you are already registered with Go React, and I saw there's even a couple videos already posted. So things are moving right along, and that's really great to see. So thanks so much for adapting to this new software and getting going on this speech right away in the start of the course. I know it's a kind of a hurdle as we get moving. So I really appreciate your patience with that, and I'm excited to watch your speeches, and I'll be sure to get going on grading right away so that you know how you're faring throughout this summer session. All right, thanks everyone. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing your work.